Hello and welcome to episode 4 of series 4 of Master League Story Mode. Before we get into this, I apologise for my croaky voice. I've got a bit of a cold. And to add to that, Rosie, my 6-month-old daughter, also has quite a big bit of a cold, which means she's not really in the mood for sleeping at the moment, which means I am not really able to sleep at the moment, which means I'm tired and I have a cold. But we've got no time for excuses. Corinne Diacre aside, Claire Montfort need to bounce back in the bounciest of fashions. But before we get into that, I thought it'd be good for us to get a little bit more of a feel for Corinne as a manager. So I've dug out some interview footage, which I thought we could take a look at before we get into the first game.
Effectivement, je ne suis pas une novice dans le milieu du football. Le seul regret que j'ai aujourd'hui, c'est qu'en tant que joueuse, je n'ai rien gagné et qu'on existe aussi, que ce soit en tant que joueuse, ou joueur ou en tant qu'entraîneur, à travers les titres que l'on remporte. Je suis là pour atteindre les objectifs que je me suis fixé. Comme je suis la première femme à avoir été nommée entraîneur en Ligue 2, je ne veux pas être la première à faire descendre le Clermont Foot en national.
So there we go. She's quite a serious manager. She's obviously very knowledgeable in football and she speaks with a lot of sense. I think some of the stuff that she says is just obvious. You know, she's a football person. She's a manager. That's all you need to know. Her sex is irrelevant. So let's get into the first game, shall we? Oh God, I'm starting to feel horrible nerves every time I come to play this. It's almost making it not fun, but that's not true because it is fun. Let's have a quick look through the team and see how we're feeling about everyone so far. The Bernardoni, has been incredible. I mean, he's probably our best player, everything considered. He's going to be a great one to keep hold of, still only young. Zagadou on the dramatic improvement, that's massive for us, really, really helpful. Fontaine has struggled a touch. He is our worst player. Ratings-wise, he's pretty poor. Saavedra's come in, he's performed really well. He's performed better than his overall rating would suggest. Fojo, Fojoke, as some of you have called him, as the fans are calling him, has been a bit of a joke. He's had some tough times. He needs to just keep it simple, I think. And Doolin and Masuema, they've been pretty solid. Doolin especially is a hulk of a man in the midfield. And Cham's having a tough time. We're trying to play him as a bit of a goal scorer, and he's struggling to do that. He's not a goal scorer. We need to be making sure he lays the ball off when he gets into good positions, because he's done a good job of that at the very least. Wellington as well is having a bit of a struggle. He should be one of our strongest players. He needs to get involved more. We're farming him out a little bit wide, some people have said. Some fans suggested we need him in a more central role. I don't know. We'll stick with that for now. Ferrabori, obviously we've got no issues with Chunky Dory. He's putting the goals away. And Frank, well, he got his first goal in the last episode, and it was a decent finish with his head. Would like him to provide more goals, more of a goal threat. Looking at the bench, we haven't really used many of these players. Stamina hasn't been too much of an issue. I think if we're going to play anyone, it's probably going to be Ndai. Not a great player, though. He's quick. That's about it. And then Guibert, well, he's a potential stand-in for Ncham. He's a decent passer. Decent strength on the ball as well. But on the bench, we're pretty light, to be honest. That's one thing a lot of you were saying, was you need to make sure that Big Zagadou is up there for the corners. So him and Doolin will both be in there. That's something that we needed to change. As always, let's try and make sure that the marking happens. Give old Savvy, the right midfielder, Fojo, the left midfielder, sorted. We'll go with Doolin again on the striker. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But we'll give it a go. Leave the centre-backs a little bit more freedom. Up against the Jacchio today, they're packing the midfield, 5 in there. And then a pretty compact back line as well. So there might be space down the wings. Maybe try and get Wellington involved more. We need to get him the ball. I think that's the key thing. If we lose as many games in this episode as we did in the last, then we're going to be scrambling around the relegation zone. I know we can't get relegated because there is not a league below us in Master League, but yeah, we'd be scrapping there. Considering we've been given the target to get promoted, that's not going to be good enough. The Clermont fans still in good spirits. They can see potential in this young side. There's been a lot of changes. Obviously, they believe in Corinne Diacre's management, and we need to repay that faith today. Ooh, Doolin looked like he got the better of him there, but Doolin showing the power that we've come to know. And then he'll find the ball out to Wellington now. He's going to look to stretch this left back now for the first time in the game. Good footwork from the Brazilian. He's got only Honorat in the centre. Puts the ball in, a looping effort. Ooh. And they're able to clear. Good running there from Wellington. First time we've seen him really do that. Oh, we've been caught out over the top. That's poor, and Cavalli through on goal. Zagadou making up the ground. That's an incredible tackle. Oh my word. Saavedra, great covering there from the South American. And he'll find another South American, Wellington Nem. Steps inside. Great turn of pace from Nem. Now into the centre. Honorat will lay it off to Ferrabori. Dori here looks to take the shot. Great defending there from Ajaccio. We'll have to take it away again. Saavedra, good close play there. Oh, come on, that's not the man. Obviously not the man that I wanted to choose. All over the top is dangerous. Zagadou's across. Oh my god. Oh, that is ridiculous. The first chance of the game for Ajaccio. It looked like we had that covered. Oh, it's a great ball. And then an incredible finish. Not much you can do about that. Fojo into Ncham. Little layoff into Honorat. Spreads it wide into Masawema. Just push it into the path of Ferrabori Dori. Steps away from Sambo. Has to go wide now into Nem. Wellington Nem looking for options. Has to go backwards. Little back heel into Masawema's beautiful. He'll slip it in now to Dori. He'll turn his man. Look to get back inside. Good build up. Couldn't quite find the ball at the end. And we go in a goal down after one big mistake that led to a beautiful through ball and an incredible finish. We've had the possession, yet to get off a shot. I mean, this is awful. This is truly awful. Fojo now with the outswinging corner. Honorat near post, misses the header. Oh, Doulin's there, nearly wins it back. Good bit of pressure here to start off the second half. Wellington then wants it short. Takes it on his chest nicely. Oh, great footwork. And now the Brazilian puts it into the box. Dori's there with a header. Incredible save off the line. We've started this half really well. Come on. Nem, great turn. And then finds Saavedra. Low ball in. Dori's there. Hits it with the left foot. And we're back in this one. Lovely finish from Dori. And great build-up. And it's Saavedra who grabs another assist. Wasn't well cleared there. Wellington Nem looking like he's trying to trust his dribbling a bit more in this game. Great footwork from the little man. And then it's a ball into Dori straight at the keeper. He couldn't hold it. We're back in this one. Come on. Doulin covers well. And puts it into Dori now. He's got no one with him. Has to cut back inside. And Cham didn't read that very well. But he will find him eventually. Ferrabori Dori now. Oh. Oh. That was close. That could have been 2-1. Time running out here. This is a ball through to Gimber. Oh, Bernardoni, good save. That could have been heartache there. Could have given that away as we have so many times. Oh, and Cham, great interception. He's only got Ferrabori Dori ahead of him. He can go wide though to Honorat, and that's a good ball out to Honorat. He's only got Dori to aim at in the centre, but he puts the ball into the big striker. The header's there, saved. Oof, that could well be our last chance. Zagadou, big header. Maybe one more go at this one. The Saavedra brings it forward. Squeezes it into Dori. Wants to get it back now from... Oh, and it's surely the winner from Ferrabori Dori. Great interplay there. And he's back on the score sheet again. That's 2 goals for Dori. He cannot be stopped at the moment. It looked to be, after the great save from the Ajaccio keeper, that we were dead and buried in this one. But Saavedra again, who seems to be at the heart of everything good. 1-2 played with Dori into Honorat, and he finishes this time with his left foot. We've got to be able to hold on to this one now, surely. So triple substitution here. It's defensive subs all around. Dori comes off. He's put in a great shift today. 2 goals again for the big man. It's exactly what we needed. And now we sit back. Like, seriously sit back. We've got 1 minute left. We've got to hold on to this. Oh, Masawema, yes. Now just keep ball. Keep ball. Only a minute left in this game. Got no reason not to just knock this one around. And there it is. The home fans will be very pleased with that. Clermont-Ferrand will be jumping tonight. There'll be cider, wine. What is it the French drink? They drink everything, don't they, really? Beautiful French wines will be flowing in the city of Clermont-Ferrand. And yeah, it was a good performance at the end to come back. Showed good character. And Dori, once again, showed his finishing ability. We had chances. It took actually a little bit of interplay. I mean, that was an insane goal to start off with. It may well have been their only shot on target. They had a couple in the end, but we just about shaded it in most areas. Not as much passing as them, but yeah, we put a lot of crosses in. And, well, where it counted, we scored the goals. They'll see us grab a really vital 3 points. Big things there. Corinne Diacre, obviously, has been working hard on the training ground, trying to inspire the players to play in the way that she did as an international. Uncompromising, hard-working, and that was what we saw today. They worked hard to come back. And now we find ourselves only 7 points behind second place Stade Brestois. And that's achievable. 2 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses. It's not the end of the world if we can get a few more wins. Start to build up the team spirit. Get a bit of a run together. Then I'm seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. So, an absolutely huge game in the Cup today. We're up against Monaco. Star-studded Monaco. Are we home or away? I don't know, but it'll be a nice journey anyway for the Clermont-Ferrand players if we do get to go to Monaco. The scouts come back with a little something for us. It's another left winger, another South American left winger. We are going to need to look to replace Wellington Silva when we get to that point. Another short, very short Brazilian winger in the same mould, by the looks of it, as Wellington Nem. And Arenas as well, nothing really there taking my fancy. So obviously what we wanted to do is send out some scouts ahead of the January transfer window. So let me know in the comments which players, what sort of market value, what we should be focusing on. So remember, you've got a few different factors to think about here. So if you want to suggest the one that maybe you think would be best for us, where we need to strengthen. So you want to look at what position. South America, well, we have to go there. That's where we're scouting at the moment. Maybe choose between overall rating, still developing, utility or player skills, and whether we want to be working within the budget. I would suggest we probably do want to be working within the budget at the moment. So before we get into the second game, and what a game it's going to be, I do have a big announcement. I will be doing a 5,000 subscribers live stream. Yep, a celebratory live stream. It'll be a real occasion. There'll be giveaways. It'll be probably an hour, 2 hours long, probably at least 2 hours actually. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure I don't do it at home. I've got another place that I can stream from that's actually got a decent internet connection, so I will be able to sort that out once and for all. So if you're not already subbed and you've been watching these, then why not sub? I don't ever ask you to sub, but if we can get to 5,000 ASAP, then we can enjoy a live stream together. I get to talk to you, interact with you all in real time, which I've always really enjoyed. So Monaco is sort of a nicer side. Hopefully, at the very least, we can use it to build up our team spirit. It doesn't really matter if we go out the cup. To be honest, these games are nothing more than a distraction at the moment. But if we can get some goals and get some good performances in, build up. We're at 56 now. 60 is sort of, I reckon, going to be the tipping point. Once we can get to there, I think we're going to start to see real improvements. So everyone looking pretty good. Don't think there's anything we need to change here. We've had a long break. The defence is looking strong. A lot of blues there. Obviously, we're up against Monaco. Falcao, Lamar, Tielemans. It's just it's a stacked side, even without some of the big players that left them in the summer. It's going to be tricky. There's no doubt about that. Is it even worth putting on the marking settings? I don't know. Probably. Saavedra is going to have his work cut out with the talented young Frenchman, Thomas Lamar. Doolin on Falco. Oh, my God. Traore there. Well, it seems to be working. They're playing 2 up front. We haven't played against 2 up front. We'll keep going with the defensive midfield, marking the striker. It might leave us with some big gaps in the midfield. It's going to be an interesting test. Let's get into it. So although we talk about the cup as nothing more than a distraction, especially against a side like Monaco, you know, maybe a chance just for players to get some more minutes, but not necessarily a game that we'd ever expect to win. If we can get a win here, we can start to put together a cup run, and that's going to be massive for our team spirit. I'm sure Corinne Diacre will be saying, just play it like any other occasion. It's the cup, sure, and it's Monaco, but there's no reason we can't beat them. Oh, and Cham steps away from Traore. Going to spray a ball out to Wellington Nem. To take on Sidibe. Oh, the footwork. Still Nem. Goes back note to Masuema. He'll whip an early ball in. That was poor, but good work though. Tielemans, little chip ball into Falcao. Now Traore, great passing here. They're toying with us. Balde, great ball in. Carrillo's there. Lovely save. It had to be by the Don. Doolin. Oh, he gave it a good go. And there it is. Yeah, well, that was coming, wasn't it? Doolin looked to have got the better of the centre forward there. He came across. He left his man in Falcao, and then everyone left him. Zagadou sleeping. Falcao finishing, as you'd expect. And Monaco are a goal up here. And we're struggling. Sidibe into Carrillo. Strong play again away from Masuema. Masuema can't deal with it. Saavedra gets a header in, and now Masuema into Wellington Nem. He's going to look to run into a little tiny pocket of space that's opened up. Steps inside of Traore. Good footwork there. Then he'll go into Ncham. Gets away from Tielemans into Honorat. Look to chip it over into the path of Wellington Nem. He'll get there. Oh, Sidibe! Little touch to the back there of Wellington. Referee saw nothing. Just didn't fancy it, but that looked to be a foul to me and a penalty for sure. Falcao, the goal scorer. Back to Traore. Going to look to poke it through the middle. Fontaine gets a header in. It's not a convincing one. Or a clearing one. Fontaine, though, again, is there. He'll go long into Dorry. We're going to look to... Balls into him, but that's not a good one. Falcao now. Shooting position. They go back to Lamar. Ball out into Balde. He'll shoot. And that's a great finish there. And that's 2-0. And that was to be expected. Some awful, awful defending. And Cham into Nem. Turns Lamar. Lays it off to Saavedra. Early cross from Saavedra. Dorry with the head down into Honorat. That would have been beautiful. Ah, come on. He better have been well offside. He's not even offside. Not even offside. Maybe he is. I don't know. Good work, though. Early cross to Dorry. We'll try that again. And it's a predictable first half here in the Coupe de France. And we've yet to have a shot on target. Monaco have had 5, and 2 of them have gone in. I want to get out of this without a massacre. I think that's probably the aim now. Oh, for crying out loud. We just can't defend from corners. Just nothing happening. They're awful, awful. And that's 3. Saavedra into Dorry. Squares it to Ncham. He'll push a ball out to Wellington then. He's found a little pocket of space out on the left-hand side. He's got Lamar with him. Lovely little bit of work there. Unnecessary. The ball into Dorry. Into the feet of the keeper. Subicic. Oh, well, that was our best and only chance in the game so far. Great work from Wellington Nem. Unnecessary showboating, but it did work the space to find Saavedra again. And we've seen that combination already in this episode. It does seem to be working. Dorry wins the header. Back to Fojo. One side to Masawema. Now Ncham. Will there be a consolation goal here for Clermont? Not like that, they won't. Ncham has been bettered in all areas in the middle of the park. He's had a real struggle against a high-class opposition like this. That's probably all you need to know. I can't imagine I would have shown many highlights of this second half, because there haven't been any for Clermont, and we've been poor. Could this dent our confidence further? That's the question. We were looking to come in today and get a bit of confidence going into the next league game. We've certainly not found that. I mean, we've reduced it to 3. Is that a thing? I guess it is. But yeah, it's not been pretty. Not been pretty at all. Olivier Ncham has looked well out of his depth. And we haven't been able to create anything, really. Here's Honorat now. Will it be a last chance? Ncham, as we've seen so far, has just been steamrollered. And that's it. 3-0. We're out of the cup. Could have been more embarrassing. I don't know. I'm not sure. We did get a shot off at the very least. But we move on from this. That was never going to be a game that we were looking to win. We move on. We improve. That's all we can do. So, out in the second round. It's not ideal, but it's not our goal. It's not our goal. Silverware, well, we want to get promoted. But silverware was never the goal. So, into the last game of the episode. We're away from home against Sochaux Montbéliard. Probably got that wrong. They're 4 places below us in the league. This is a game we probably should be winning. Let's take a look at the sides. Everyone looking good. Zagadou still dramatically improving. Some poor performances, especially from Olivier Ncham in the last game. So having our pants pulled down and put over the knee of Monaco and been given a good spanking, that doesn't necessarily need to ruin the run that we're on. A very impressive run of 1 win. Can we make it 2 in the league? Zagadou's been pretty decent at the back. Hopefully he continue that. Hopefully we can get some corners and get the big man up there. Get him headering in some goals. He's a towering presence in the box. That should be the case at either end of the pitch. So if we get a chance, he's definitely going up. Oh, Fojo just didn't quite trust himself there, but he's won it back eventually. And now he's going to go long into Dorry. It's a great ball. Dorry can take this down on the chest. Gets it out of his feet. Hits it straight at the keeper. Maybe could have taken another touch. He had no one around him. I think his teammates were probably saying, "You're on your own there, mate. Have a go." And he did. Good hit. Straight at the keeper, though. Good start. Good ball from Fojo. He's got that in his locker. Oh, Dorry wins it back neatly. It's back inside, loses out, but Nem's there to pick it up. Dorry lays it into Ncham. Dorry again. Looks for the interplay. Oh, Dorry's there. Could fall to him. No. That Dorry Honorat interplay in the centre. It's worked before. Ncham, lovely ball there to Wellington Nem. Pokes it into Honorat. Tries to work a chance. Nem back to Ncham. It's getting tight here. Ball out to Nem. Low ball in. Oh, probably not the right choice of ball there, but swift passing seems to be our best chance of scoring at the moment. Oh, good effort there. Bloody hell. Bernardoni forced into action there. First time in the game. It was a good turn and shot from their striker, and they've won a corner here. 25 minutes in. We've struggled from set pieces. Actas over this one. Zagadou's there. He should get the header away, and he does. Oh, first time effort from outside the box. Just flashes wide. Oh, it's well cut out by Saavedra. And now Masawema. Back in Saavedra. That's nice. Simple stuff here. Keep it moving. Find the space. Zagadou chips it out into Fojo. He won't get there. Yes, he will. Good header from him. And then Honorat turns the favour. Ball inside now. Honorat. Wow, he slowed it down too much. And Cham lays it off to Doolin. Edge of the box now. Doolin with the left foot effort. Oh, that is the sort of luck that we've been after. And Doolin gets his first goal. I guess that was probably on target. I'm not sure. Doolin saw it open up for him and he doesn't score many. Actually, no, he has scored already. He scored one. He scored a header early on. But this one, well, he was within his rights to hit it. Not a bad effort. I don't think that was going in. But it'll go down as a goal for him. And that sees us 1-0 up here and we needed that. And that's half time here in Sochaux, I think it is, or Sochaux. I don't care. We're ahead, and that's all that counts. And then Fojo now. Can he put a ball in? Gets a little bit lost. Still Fojo now. He'll put it in with the left foot. Honorat looks to turn. Back to Masawema. He'll hit this one with the right foot, just wide. Defensive midfielders taking pot shots. Something we haven't seen so far. Fojo got a little bit lost there. Nem inside to Dory. He's dropped deep. Caught in possession. Masawema now into Incham. Oh, he's tackled well as well. Ball into Dory. He'll turn his man. Get it back onto the left foot. Oh, too much. Oh, Zagadou caught out there by the run of Kalula. Now he's into the box. He shoots. Bernardoni saves with the feet. A little bit of last minute pressure here with only 8 minutes left in the game. Long ball in. Oh, it's going to fall to this guy edge of the box. Oof. Oh, Nem, no. You're kidding me. No. Oh, my God. No. Oh, my God. I mean, that was totally me. Just switched off. Nem thought he could dribble his way out. That's textbook there. Lost out, and then it should have been 1-1 here. We're living on borrowed time in this game. Bernardoni pushes it right back into the path of the centre forward. Couldn't finish at the second chance. Do have a chance from the corner here. Just puts it in. That should be an easy take for Bernardoni, and it is. Lovely play from Dooley into Incham. Was tackled hard. Oh, come on. Bring it back. Incham was abused. Oh, ball in's a good one. Fontaine does well. Gets a header to it. Back into the gloves of Bernardoni. We needed that. 1 minute left in this one. All mans to the pump. Oh, and Cham does well. And it's simple play. Back to Zagadou. And we'll see this one out as we did the last. With some simple play. And that's 2 wins in a row in the league. That's exactly what we needed. And it's the big man Doolin in the centre who got a very fortunate goal. That was an awful game of football from both sides. We made defensive howlers that should have cost us a goal and would have done. I mean, they did against Monaco. We were really, really poor. I think home team will be very unhappy to have not come away with at least a point today. And that's fair enough. But we needed a bit of luck. That's what we've been missing. Actually, quite good performances across the board. 6s for everyone. That's promising at least. So another vital 3 points. Sees us go up to 12th. Lovely. And now we're only 6 points behind second place, Stade de Reims. Lovely stuff. So there we have it. It wasn't pretty. Oh, there's Corinne. Oh, she's looking all right in the training top. As we saw from the pictures earlier. Not a million miles off. No, that's harsh. That's harsh. And Dory up to 2nd in the rankings. And we're up to 12th in the league. It's looking a lot more positive now. We just need to start turning on the style a little bit. That's a great screenshot there. Bernardoni keeping us out. Keeping us in the game. Somehow keeping the ball out of that goal. After some just awful defending from Wellington Nem. So apologies for this episode. I've not been feeling well at all. I've been coughing a lot. I would have edited that out so you won't have heard it. But I'm feeling pretty rough. And I'm sure my commentary wasn't up to its usual high standards. So I apologise for that. Before I go, quick shout out to Tuan Hoang, who is our most recent patron. He came in with the co-author. Just $1 a month. That's all it takes. I'm 100% just as happy for everyone to donate $1, to pledge $1 towards this series. And we're halfway to having fortnightly live streams. Every 2 weeks you'll get a live stream from me. It'll probably be 2 hours long. There'll be giveaways. There'll be fun. You'll get to see me panic and cry and just do badly in real time. It's worth it for that alone. So if you're interested in that, then maybe consider donating $1 a month to try and make that happen. That's all from me. I'll see you in a bit.